Hello, everybody. It's me, Andrew, and this is your weekly Oracle card reading for July 20th through the 26th. Um, I am filming this on the 18th, or the 19th. Wait. Yeah. So tomorrow is the 19th. And then it'll start on Monday. Sorry. I've been all over the place lately. So yeah, I'm filming this on the 18th, the day after my birthday, which was awesome. I got to spend a lot of time with my family and my friends and my boyfriend, and we all had like a really nice party, and I was really lucky and blessed to be able to have a great birthday. So I am doing something a little bit different with this week's oracle cards because the angels told me to do it, and so I am going to do it. So we always have the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So we always have 3 cards. Well, I am using 3 different decks, and I am using decks that are pretty heavy hitting. I have been working a lot with Kuan Yin recently, with the prayer beads that I got that I showed you guys in my last video. I have been drawing cards daily, and it's the Kuan Yin Oracle by Alana Fairchild, and there is always a prayer to Kuan Yin, and so I pray that holding my prayer beads. So I really do love this deck. So I'm using the Kuan Yin Oracle, the Isis Oracle, and the Mother Mary Oracle. So I am using 3 Oracle decks that are heavy hitting, divine feminine, 2 heavy hitting goddesses, and Mother Mary, who is not a goddess per se, but she is a very advanced spirit and a very advanced spiritual energy. So I don't consider her a goddess. I consider her her own form of deity in a separate way. So what I actually did, because these guidebooks are so in depth, I didn't want to miss anything. So I've already drew the cards. I drew 1 card from each deck, and I have already kind of read the guidebook, because these decks are the guidebooks for Alana Fairchild's decks are so in depth and so rich that I felt like I would be doing a disservice if I didn't do the research when I drew these cards to let you know what I got. So for the beginning of the week, for Monday and Tuesday, we have card number 32, Tai Chi Rising, and it's actually the whole, it's the back of the cards and the main card on the book, and that lovely stuff as well. So what this card is saying is at the beginning of the week, we're going to have a lot of energy around us. There's a lot of opportunities for spiritual advancement and spiritual growth. And sometimes when you have a lot of energy, it's really difficult to will it how you want. It's kind of just like standing there and like trying to tell a tidal wave coming at you to like go the opposite way. It can feel like that sometimes. It can kind of feel like, oh my God, like there's so much I need to do. But this card is saying that there is a spiritual aspect of this energy, which there always is, and that you can use to help you grow and to help you learn. And you can help make this energy a good, and because energy is neutral, there's no good or bad energy. Energy is neutral. It's up to the person, because what's good for me may be bad for somebody else, or what somebody else considers bad, I may consider good. Prime example, people consider tarot to be bad and oracle cards to be bad. I consider them to be good. So it's a difference of opinion. It's a difference of energy. And so what's good for you, other people may not necessarily agree with. So stand strong and realize that this energy is here to help you. And once you realize that, it's going to start working in your favor. But you'll have a lot of energy around you. From the Isis Oracle, we have soul retrieval, deep soul healing with the goddess. Now what this is saying is that there are a lot of things in your past, or maybe not even a lot, maybe a few things, couple things, whatever, that are hindering you from, this is a beautiful card, by the way, just gorgeous, that is hindering you from being the spiritual force that you need to be. There's some things that are keeping you from being your true self. And that is what this card is saying to do. And we're going to do a short meditation at the end of this video to kind of release those past issues and patterns that you may not realize that you have. We'll do a prayer and a little bitty meditation after that. So the middle of the week is going to have you letting go of things. And I feel like, with the energy that you're going to have around you in the beginning of the week is really going to assist you in the middle of the week to be able to cleanse yourself and get rid of what needs to be gotten rid of. So that leads us to our next card, and these cards, I mean, these goddesses, I'm just going to say goddesses to encompass all of them, to keep them all together, because it's awkward saying goddesses and Mother Mary. So these three personifications of the divine feminine, there we go, are just like talking to each other and communicating with each other in these cards and in this reading, and it's really beautiful. For the weekend, we have card number 13, Our Lady of Innocence. And I loved what I read when I read this card, that Mother Mary is telling you that in her, there is no judgment. And all of these goddesses, there is no judgment. There's no judgment from the divine. You're never being judged. You're never being criticized. You're never being talked down to. You're never being unfairly critiqued. You're not, your weaknesses aren't put out on display and then made fun of. Mother Mary is telling you that there are things about all of us that we don't like about ourselves, the shadow side of ourselves, and the things that we try to keep from other people, and sometimes that we even try to keep from God or the angels or whoever is trying to help us, or whoever you're aligned with in your spiritual beliefs. Mother Mary is saying that it's time to tell her those things. And it may be painful. It may be a painful process. But Mother Mary is the true epitome of what love is. Even the back of her cards are roses, symbolizing love. She is love. She will never judge you. All she asks you to do is trust that she can help you. So, and she sees you as innocent. In the Christian kind of belief system, or in Christianity and whatever, everything that Christianity encompasses, there's an emphasis that's placed on the word sin, which sin is pretty much, to them, anything you do that is, I guess, outlawed by God, or, not right. And a lot of us, when we come from that kind of background, when we come from that kind of place that is very oppressive and at times really scary, we tend to carry that with us in the back of our minds. That, was this a sin? Am I sinning? And here's the thing. I don't want to say that your thoughts and feelings aren't valid, that you're not feeling them, because you are. But the thing about it is, we can't allow those feelings to follow us. That is what this card is talking about. Soul retrieval. A deep soul healing to get rid of that idea of sin. There's no sin. What we like to think of sin as, or what we like to, say instead of sin, that we learn lessons. We make choices that are divinely, laid out. And sometimes, we deviate from our path a little bit, but we always find our way back. And it's all lessons. And there are things that we do that, that we all have morals. And if something goes against your morals, then obviously don't do it. But don't do something that you feel like you should do because you're scared. So what this card is saying, the middle of the week is when we're going to really feel that shift take place between what we feel and we're going to kind of lose the negativity of what we feel, and we're going to kind of gain that positive of what is. And we're going to be able to gain that spiritual truth that that comes from knowing that we are all divinely perfect. We don't have anything wrong with us. We are innocent. Mother Mary says we are innocent. There is nothing bad. That she sees us all as innocent and pure. And that's what we are. We're all pure beings of light. That's all we are. So we have a really power-packed week ahead of us with the beginning of the week when we start feeling a lot of energy, and when we start feeling that expansion taking place. We have to make it work for us. We have to make that work in our favor. And once we start doing that, we're going to be able to get that healing that we need, because we're going to be open to more spirit. We're going to be open to spirit more. Even if you think you're open enough, you can never be too open. So in the middle of the week, we're going to have that healing take place. And part of that healing is going to carry on into the end of the week, where we, sit down and have a one-on-one with Mother Mary, or whoever. It doesn't have to be Mother Mary. And if you don't identify with her in your belief system, but just so you know, Mother Mary is non-denominational. She doesn't have, you don't have to be Christian to pray to Mother Mary or to ask Mother Mary for help. You can be Hindu, you can be Buddhist, you can be pagan. I mean, it doesn't matter what you are. Mother Mary is always there to help you. So it's a time to really get in touch with your divine feminine and the feminine energy of this week, which honestly means receiving. When we think of feminine energy, we think of receiving. And we're going to be receiving a lot of power and a lot of healing and a lot of reconciliation this week. So really use this to your advantage, because it's going to be absolutely amazing. I promise you that. So I said we would do a prayer and a meditation, and we are. Let's see if there is one in here. Actually, there is. Let's see. Let me just find it. All right. So there is an incantation to Isis to help with your healing of pain. And I'm reading this from the guidebook. And it says, this prayer can be said as an incantation at any time that you feel you need healing, help in forgiving, or calling your soul back to yourself. Or when you sense that something within is holding you back from greater happiness, but you are not sure what it is. And if you do rituals, if you're into that, you can use this incantation as well. Alright, so before we read this, or before you repeat after me, as I read it, let's just take a deep breath. I'd like to ask Isis to join us right now. She's definitely here. It's like tangible right now, how I can feel her presence. Alright, so we're going to read this incantation together, okay? Isis with love, unconditional and strong. Help me rise above right and wrong. To forgive, release, and make myself whole. To retrieve lost pieces of my soul. Restore the inner light grid of gold. Free me from trauma, new and old. Isis with love, unconditional and strong. Help me be whole now and finally move on. And so it is. So I really hope that that prayer really helped you and really helped you become who, or will help you rather become who you want to be. So we're going to do a really brief meditation. One it's not going to be but a couple minutes, if that, to really ask Archangel Michael to come in and cut cords that tie us to the past. Okay. So, and if you're watching this or somewhere where you can't, you can do this later. You don't have to do it right now. Just take a deep breath. Visualize Archangel Michael in front of you with purple light surrounding him and coming towards you and engulfing you. Now let's ask Archangel Michael to cut cords that bind us to things of the past, thought patterns, processes, words, and actions. Archangel Michael, we ask that you cut the cords that bind us to old ways of thinking, speaking, and acting that are not aligned with our higher self or spiritual truth. Visualize cords coming from you and reaching out so far that you can't see the end of them. Just these black cords coming from you. Now we're going to visualize Archangel Michael cutting the cords. As many cords as you visualized, let him cut them. Visualize the cords that were attached to you falling away, and the places where they were attached beaming with white light. We'd like to thank Archangel Michael for cutting our cords to things from the past. And we ask that you protect us now and in the future. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And so it is. So I hope that helped you guys, and I hope that this reading helps you guys. I know it really did help me. And I want to leave you guys with something, and something that I have been getting messages from or about for quite a while. Do not be afraid to be yourself. People are not always going to approve of you. They're just not. They're not always going to approve of the things that you like or do or believe. But there comes a time where you have to say enough and live for yourself. The only approval that you need is yours. So, with that being said, if you would like a reading with me, you can check out my website below at www.tarotangel444.com. You can visit my Facebook page at facebook.com/Andrew's Angel Cards. I'm pretty much always on both of those sites with my blog and then posting angel numbers on Facebook and stuff like that. So I do have a couple things in the works. I actually got a course for my birthday from Doreen Virtue. She didn't give it to me. Someone bought my dad and my stepmom helped me out with it a little bit. But it is a past life regression or a past life healer course that I'm going to be embarking on pretty soon. So I'm really excited about that. So I'll keep you guys posted. But angel blessings to each and every one of you, and I really hope this reading helped you, that the prayer helped you, and that the meditation helped you as well. So I will see you guys in one of my next videos, which may be a deck reveal, maybe the weekly reading. I am saving money because we're going to Disney again, so I'm probably not going to be buying as many decks or showing off as many decks. But just want to let you guys know that, so you're not looking for like all these crazy deck videos. Because I'm not going to be making very many of them until after we get back. So I want to extend love and light to all of you, and you have all of the goddess energy with you, and so use it. Angel blessings.